Hey guys, what is up? I wanted to do a video today about my piercings, or some of the piercings that I used to have. I only have one left out of the 6 that I got, so I just wanted to share information on the pain, the pricing, you know, if you guys were interested in what piercings I had and all of that good stuff. So I have notes all set with me. I had to write some stuff down, so I will be looking down at my little table here. And I'm also going to show you guys the jewelry that I used. I purchased them all online and they were kind of pricey. I can also link the website down below if you're interested in the jewelry. So that's it. Let's get right into the video. Okay, so my piercings were done by the same guy. He works at Immortal Ink. That's a tattoo / piercing place in Connecticut. And I'm gonna go in the order that I got all of them done. I had my 2 sideburn piercings first, and they used to be located like exactly where your sideburn is. And then on the same day, I got a belly button piercing, the top sternum, I got 2 dermals in my sternum, which is like this area right here. I had one small one and another little one right underneath it. And I also got a horizontal belly button piercing, and that's like it's basically, I mean, I could show you guys, it's no problem because I still have my belly button piercing. It's here, and then like a little like barbell or whatever, like right there. And I have pictures, so I will link those, you know, in the video. And basically I had all of them for about 2 years. I started getting piercings when I turned 18. So as soon as I turned 18, like a month later, I got all of them. And without further ado, I'm just gonna skip right into all the information with them. The first one, which is my 2 sideburn piercings, the pain out of 10 was about a 7. I did get those with a flat barbell, and a flat barbell is this one right here. This is my jewelry that I used. Let's see, it's gonna be a struggle to get them focused. That was the jewelry that I used, and the barbell looks like that. It's just flat, it's not rounded, like so. Those were on the side of my face, so I had, you know, one going into my skin on this side and one going into my skin on this side. The price of the sideburn piercings was about $70 to $75 each. And if I got an infection, yes, I kind of did. I wasn't cleaning it regularly, but there also was pain when I would sleep on my sides because I'm a person who sleeps on my sides. So it would always move the barbells back and forth, caused irritation, and then I would get keloids. Now the keloids were incredibly hard to get rid of. It took me a long time just to get rid of one, and then they would come back. So it was just kind of discomforting when I had to lay down, and as well as, you know, the keloids were very ugly and annoying. So I decided to take those out. That was the resolution to having the sideburn piercings. But I did love them. They were very unique, and I would recommend you get them. But again, just you have to take extra, you know, be extra careful, maybe sleep on your back or something to, you know, make sure that that doesn't happen to you. The next piercing I had was a belly button piercing, and my belly button piercing I still have, as you just saw. That was a 3 out of 10 for pain. It didn't really hurt at all. It's just like, you know, like a little prick. That was really it. The pricing was like $15 to $20, and I did not get an infection. It did take a while for the piercing jewelry to get accustomed to my body, so it was a little red and irritated for a while, and I was afraid it wouldn't go away, but it eventually did. Maybe like 1 or 3 months after I got it. 1 to 3 months after I got it, it like slowly went away. And I love my belly button piercing, so I don't regret getting that. And again, I just showed you the belly button piercing because that's the only one I have left. And the next piercing I got was the dermals. Now with sternum piercings, again, they're like located right here in the middle of your chest, anywhere you want them. And the pricing for a dermal in your sternum was about, let's see, $30 to $35. I actually forgot, you know, how much I paid for them, but the pain was about a 5. The main thing with the pain wasn't like a pinching or needle feeling. It was more just pressure because he did have to like poke a hole in the sternum area, and I thought it like hurt, but it didn't hurt. It felt more of just pressure, like you're just like pushing down on your chest. Let's see, so $30 to $35 for that, and I loved my dermal. Did I get an infection? I kind of had the same problem with the sideburn piercings, where it ended up being like keloids, little bumps, and the only reason that happened was because I kept getting it stuck on other things. For example, I remember once I was sleeping and I had like a tank top on, and the sheet like pulled against it, and it pulled really hard that I got this huge bump, and it took months to get rid of that bump, and then it happened again. So I ended up taking it out. It started being very swollen. It didn't look attractive anymore. I didn't really like it, so I did take that one out. But I did like it a lot. And I also had the bottom dermal, which was right underneath that one, and again, I'm gonna show you guys a picture of what it looks like. I did a bigger one on the top and a smaller one on the bottom, just because it was really cute. I saw a similar picture of a girl who had it, and I was like, you know what, I want to do another one. So that the bottom one hurt more only because the piercer couldn't get a deep enough hole to have the jewelry stay. So the pain was about a 5 for the bottom one, or excuse me, it was a 6. That's like one more than the top one. It was a 6. It wouldn't go in. The pricing was about $30 to $35 again, and I did love that one as well. It was really cute. The whole idea of it, like having a bigger one on top, smaller one, and just the location, I thought it was really attractive. So I loved both of my dermals, and I had to take that one out because the same thing happened to that one. It gets caught on clothing, it gets caught on sheets, it gets caught on everything. You have to be super careful, and I know this doesn't happen to everybody, but I should have been more careful with it. And I should have left a band-aid over both of them for a longer amount of time. Now, I know the piercer said that you should leave the band-aid over it, but I kind of didn't listen. As soon as I thought it was healed, I didn't leave it on there for the certain amount of months that he suggested. And also, when I saw it kind of rising, the piercing usually moved around once it got a keloid next to it or a bump, but I should have put band-aids over to keep them pressed down. But you know, I didn't feel like wearing band-aids all the time on my chest because then it looked weird. I turned my skin red, but I kept touching my chest, so now it's red. But I didn't feel like doing that, you know. So that's that. And the last one is my horizontal belly button, which is that area right up underneath your regular, you know, belly button piercing. That was a pain of about 8 because I wanted a flat barbell on that. He had to poke 2 holes first and then put a needle through the 2 holes to get like a tunnel, if that makes any sense. This is the piercing. Oh man, I forgot to show you guys the jewelry, but this is the jewelry for the horizontal belly button piercing. Get this to focus. This is also a flat barbell. So that's what that looks like. So yeah, he had to poke basically 2 holes on my stomach and then run like a needle through and push the jewelry in. As you can see, because it has the 2 like flowers on it, it was kind of, you know, it hurt a little bit too, because it's, I don't know, it just hurt. So that was a 6, or excuse me, that was an 8, and you know, that was about $30 to $35. Did I get an infection? Yes, that was the worst infection I had out of all of my piercings. Basically, I don't know what really happened, but when I used to wear dangly belly button piercings, I feel like it would press, like tap against that area where this one was, which is the horizontal piercing, and I think it scar tissue like pushed up. I don't know. I had a band-aid over it for a while, and all of a sudden I removed the band-aid because I felt some pain like in my, like towards my stomach, and there was this like ball of tissue like out my skin. I was so disgusted. I went to the hospital. They told me to go back to the piercer and have him remove it. He removed it and it healed. I do have a little scar, but you know, it did eventually heal. Nobody could tell me what they thought it was. The only best answer from the hospital was the dangly belly button was, you know, causing like pressure against it, so that caused the scar tissue to push out. I don't know how that could happen unless I had like a hole in my piercing that caused it to pop out, but it was really gross. I probably would not get that again. It would get stuck on your, like when you're pulling up your jeans, and maybe like when you're sitting down, my jeans would like scrape against it. It was extremely painful when it did. I would not get that one again, but it was nice, you know, when I had it, but I won't be getting the horizontal belly button piercing again, but it's cute. By the way, I just wanted to show you guys, I forgot to show you the jewelry, but this one was my bottom dermal. The camera's so focused on my face right now. This is the bottom dermal. Here, let me try and show you. Can you guys see that? At the back. It was a little gold flower that I used for the bottom one on my sternum. Hope you guys can kind of see that, but it's a little gold flower. It's tiny, so it's hard to focus. And then I had a bigger dermal, which is a daisy, for the top one. So it has a little, I customized this one actually online. I put a yellow stone in the middle, and I put white ones around it to make it a daisy. So that was really cute. And yeah, so that's basically it. The products I used to clean my piercings was H2Ocean sea salt spray, which I always bought online. Unfortunately, I couldn't find it in a store. But yeah, it worked well. You would have to use it a lot. I used that along with cotton swabs, alcohol, and hydrogen peroxide. So those were my, you know, daily. Well, unfortunately, I didn't do it daily, but you should. Those were my products that I used to clean all of my piercings, and none of them burned. Just in case you're wondering, the alcohol may have burned my keloids or whatever. So if you have, you know, any of that, you can still use it. It didn't burn for me, at least. And all of them, just to summarize everything up, I would get all of them again besides the sideburn piercings and the horizontal belly button, only because that one got caught on so much stuff. It was extremely painful when it did, and I feel like I could have got a better piercing jewelry for it, but those were the only 2 that I probably would never get again. Everything else I would get. I love my dermal so much. But yeah, so that is it for the video. I feel like I've been rambling on enough. And if you guys have any questions about anything, please let me know, or about piercings in general, about, you know, the process or whatever. But thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.